Ooh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Kings. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you close out a game. Not that they should even been losing in the first place, but that's how you come back to win a game. That's textbook how they played last night in that final 3 minutes. And last night, the Sacramento Kings win in Sacramento 107 to 113 versus the Philadelphia 76ers. In a game that was kind of back and forth, a game where the Kings had to come back, they were able to play enough defense and score enough shots at the end to come back in that game against the 76ers, who were shorthanded without Embiid, mind you. But still, a comeback win is a comeback win, and I'll show you what it looked like a little bit later in my eye test. And currently, the Sacramento Kings are 15-9, 13 places out of 13 games out of first place with a 2-game winning streak, an 8-12 record at home, and a 7-7 road record. They are still in 12th place in the Western Conference. They'd have to lose a lot of games to about 3 games to fall down to where the Trailblazers are, and they're right behind the Suns by a game and out of 10th place by 2 games. The Kings are still in it. I mean, you know, let's see how many wins they can string together. We got OKC in first, the Grizzlies in second, and the Rockets in third place. 2 new teams that were not anywhere near that ranking last year. Hey guys, I really appreciate you joining me. Please like the content, subscribe, share in content. It'll help me grow. I'm trying to kick the algorithm's ass. We're new, but we're trying to grow the channel so we can do some more fun and some live stuff later on. And for this 2-game win streak that Doug Christie has going here, I'm feeling pretty good about it, so I'm throwing on the glasses. Yeah, we're riding with the sunglasses for the rest of this video. And I want to say thank you for joining me. Hopefully you're here for the whole video. And I want to say welcome, YouTube, and to all my family and my folks out there, and to all you Kings fans. It's your guy, Jay Woods, aka Shy the Man, and I'm back at you with another episode of The Kings Morning After Midday Cup of Joe with Jay.
I love it.
Ooh, yeah, my coffee is hot. It's a refill, but I just warmed it up. It's real hot. Just refilled it, hooked it all up. It's nice and warm, keeping me warm. And it's hot like the Kings game is right now. And today is January 2nd, 2025. Happy New Year's to you guys out there. And today is Thursday. Throwback Thursday. Hey.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
And my cup of Joe for this game is that was a back and forth game. The Kings were up, they were down. Coach Christie maintained composure out there, helped these guys maintain their composure, gave these guys some words of wisdom when they needed it. One of the guys said that, I think it was Domantas Sabonis, said that Doug Christie told them we need 3 stops. We get 3 stops, we can win this game. And that's exactly what they did at the end of the game. I'm going to play back the last 3 minutes of the game for you guys so you can see exactly how much defense these guys had out there and how they played as a team. It was just a real great teamwork a great team effort defensively and offensively. So I'll play that in a minute. But man, Doug Christie said he wants these guys to be fighters. You know, they say teams take on the identity of their coach. Doug Christie was a fighter. You know, he was a scrappy dude. He was going to be in your face, and he wasn't going to be pushed around. You push him around, put your hands on him, he's going to give you an uppercut to the chin. And this team is looking, you know, a little scrappy under Doug Christie. So that's good. It's what the Kings needed. The Kings needed to be better on defense. They needed to be scrappier on defense, and they needed to do things like get steals and get fast break layups, which is exactly what they did in this game. So they just need to keep this up, and hopefully they can string together some more victories. They have a really tough schedule coming up, so if they can string together some victories, it's going to really do them some good. And I want to say they have, it was reported that they have the fourth hardest remaining record this season. So they got a hard schedule coming up, and they just need to put it down. They need to be this scrappy fighting team that we've seen in the past couple games. And that's my cup of Joe. Black, one creamer. I'm going to give you guys some stats. Quick stats. So the Kings won last night, 113-107. As you can see, the 76ers were up by 5 after the first quarter. The Kings came back a little bit in the second quarter and basically tied it. It was tied at halftime. Philadelphia 76ers had the better third quarter, but the Kings were able to close it out with 33 big points in the fourth and only allowing the 76ers to score 18 points. And the Philadelphia 76ers, Paul George was the leading scorer with 30. Paul George still has a very good jump shot. It was interesting to see him choose the 76ers as the team to go to. Maybe him and Joel Embiid can put together a championship. We'll have to see. That's yet to be seen. Tyrese Maxey had a big game as well. He had 27 points. Their leading rebounder was Tyrese Maxey at guard with 6 rebounds. They didn't have a ton of rebounds, a ton of guys rebounding this game. Paul George had 5. I'm sorry, assists. These are assists. What the hell am I talking about? Tyrese Maxey had 6 assists, and Paul George had 5 assists, which are actually decent assist numbers. And then rebounds, Paul George was the leading rebounder with 8. Caleb Martin had 7, and their center pitched in with 1 rebound. It's kind of interesting. That is Joel Embiid's spot, so it's going to be interesting to see how the Kings play against them when Joel Embiid is in the lineup. Off the bench, they had a couple guys like Eric Gordon, who scored 14, and Andre Drummond scored 10 points for them. Kyle Lowry only played 17 minutes and didn't score any points and any rebounds. Looked like he didn't have a very good game. And for the Sacramento Kings, we had a ton of scoring all throughout the team. 35 big points for De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk with 20, DeMar DeRozan with 18, and Sabonis had 17. It was kind of spread out. Trey Lyles came off the bench and scored a big 12 points, which is great. And Domantas Sabonis, the blue-collar worker, with 21 rebounds. Jesus. Just always getting those rebounds. Domantas Sabonis grabbing those rebounds. He had a little help from Trey Lyles, who had 7. Herter had 5. DeRozan had 5. This is a game where Keegan Murray did not play. And Domantas Sabonis also was the leading assist getter on the night with 7. Malik Monk had 6, and De'Aaron Fox had 4. Team stats. Both teams shot about 47-48% from the field. 3-point percentage. Kings only shot 29% from the field. 76ers shot a lot better from 3-point percentage with 37%. They actually hit 6 more threes than the Kings did, which is a difference of 18 points, which is very big. It's a very big difference. As far as free throws, they both shot very well. 85, 76ers, 91 for the Kings. And the Kings made 10 more points in free throws than the 76ers. So that evens the three-point numbers and the free throw numbers to about 8 in the favor of the 76ers. Total rebounds was the Kings, who had about 11 more rebounds than the 76ers. Assists was about the same with 24. Steals about the same. Turnovers about the same. Points in the paint. The Kings had a little edge on points in the paint with 14 more points in the paint than the 76ers, which is the difference right there. If you add that to the plus minus, would put the Kings up +6, and that's exactly what they won by. Eye test.
Yeah.
I test. I test. I test. It's time to give the Kings an eye test. For this eye test, I'm going to show you guys the last 3 minutes of the game, which was a hell of a 3 minutes for the King. They played excellent defense, got a bunch of steals, did not let the 76ers score. I want to say they went 15-0 or something like that in the last 3 minutes of the game, and played excellent defense. Now, we can only hope and dream that they play like this at home every game, which obviously that's not going to happen, but this is how the Kings need to close out games at home. Yeah, okay, so Kings came into the second half tied. You know, it was basically 0-0, a new game with 2 quarters left. 76ers outscored the Kings in this third quarter. De'Aaron with the nice jumper there. I don't see how nobody can get in front of his slow behind. But anyway, we fast forward into a commercial. Okay, so I'm going to take it here with 3 minutes and 39 seconds to go. Thibault with the excellent steal and a layup right there. De'Aaron Fox to get the Kings to 100. They scored again, got to 102. Keon Ellis with a knockdown three-pointer. He's never scared. Excellent steal right here. Maxey seemed like he kind of lost the ball. DeRozan got it and tied the game up with 1 minute left to go. Malik Monk looked like he traveled, got away with one maybe. Some decent passing here. Got so lucky right there that Sabonis was right there to grab that ball. Malik Monk with the drive. He goes around the court, drives, and gets fouled by Paul George, who then fouled out of the game right there. Put the Kings up by 2. Hit the free throw. Put the Kings up by 3 at this point. And this was all defense. They didn't even show all the steals that they had. DeRozan right there got the last steal of the game to go ahead and seal it. They intentionally fouled him, and that's what ended the game right there. Yeah, just like Draper said, Kings down by 14 at one point, and they were still able to seal the deal. Doug Christie gave these guys some good end of the game tips and things that they needed to do to seal this victory. He told Domantas Sabonis they needed to get 3 stops, and that's exactly what happened. There was a few steals in there. Guys lost the ball, some good rebounding, and the Kings went down. They closed out the game by making their layups and making good shots at the end. So that's how the game ended. It was very exciting ending to the game, and it just really felt good to see how they were playing during that final stretch of the fourth quarter. Bottom line, the Kings morning after bottom line. Today's bottom line is, and I touched a little bit of it on my cup of Joe, and I keep saying this. I mean, I say this all the time. The Kings need to string together some wins. They need to go ahead and keep stringing together some of these wins. 2 wins in a row, that's great. They really have a hard schedule coming up, so hopefully they can still string together 2, 3, 4 win streaks at a time. You're not going to be able to beat every team. You know, they're going on the road pretty soon here. They actually play Memphis at home pretty soon, and Golden State on the road. And they play Miami at home, and then they go on a little 2-game road trip. Then they have a 4-game homestand, but then after that, they go on one of those big road trips where they got to play 6 games on the road in like 2 weeks. So I don't know if the coaching change has invigorated these guys, or if they decided to kick it into gear, take it upon themselves to go ahead and do what needs to be done. But last night was a perfect example of how you close out a game. And that's how the Kings need to play from here on out. And they need to hopefully string together some more win streaks coming up here through this tough schedule. And don't play down anybody's competition. They need to just make sure they're playing their game, keep scoring the way they score, and just that added defense and scrappiness is what's going to take them up the Western Conference and stringing together some wins. And that's my bottom line. Next up, we have the Memphis Grizzlies at home in Sacramento, Friday, January 3rd, which is tomorrow. So be there or be square. Check that out. And after you watch the game, subscribe so that you can see my analysis and my post-game show for the game the next day after. In Memphis, they're a tough team this year. They're in second place in the Western Conference. They have gotten a lot better. They've basically passed us. They were below us at one point a year or two ago. Now they have surpassed us, and their team is better than us. Second place in the division. So it's one of those small town teams, those small market teams that has been able to get draft picks, trade well, and have moved up the Western Conference. So they're going to be somebody to contend with. This game, they're not going to have Ja Morant, but they're still a very good team even without him. So we can't take anybody lightly. We need to go out there, play the Kings offense, and be that scrappy team under Doug Christie that they've been the past few games to go ahead and beat this Memphis team at home. Betting lines. So the Kings lines aren't out yet, but if you want to do some sports betting, use BetUS. That's what I use. I'm here in Sacramento, California, and I'm able to sports bet on there, so you can too. I just ask, use the link in the description below. If you want to do some sports betting, use the link in the description below, and you can bet on these games here. The Clippers versus the Thunder. They think the Thunder is going to win by about 12 points. How do you feel about that? You can make a bet. Bucks are favored to win by 13 over the Brooklyn Nets. How do you feel about that game? You can bet on that. 76ers are playing out in Golden State tonight. Golden State by 3. How do you feel about that game? And the Lakers versus the Portland Trailblazers. They think the Lakers are going to win that game by about 7 points. How do you feel about those games? Do you feel the lines are right? Are they off? You could also make money line bets, which are just straight up bets. And there's also over and under. Do you feel the total points is going to go over 215.5, or do you think it's going to go under 215.5? Those are just some bets that you can make right here on BetUS. There's a ton of other bets that you can do. Yeah, if you're interested in doing sports bets, I would say head on over to BetUS and use the link in the description because it helps out the channel. Thanks. And if you're watching up to this point, I really appreciate you watching. I know sometimes those stats could be a little brutal to sit through. I appreciate you listening to my analysis of this game and of the Kings. And I ask, if you are still listening, go ahead and hit that like button. There must have been something good I talked about. There must have been some type of analysis that you got from me. Some good points. So go ahead and click that like button. And also, I ask that you please subscribe. I come out with a new show the day after every Kings game, and I analyze every Kings game. So go ahead and subscribe so you can see that. And click that notification bell so you'll know when a new episode drops. And we're trying to grow the channel. We're going to do some live stuff pretty soon here, so we're hoping to get a really big audience for that. So go ahead and subscribe. We're going to be doing some fun stuff all revolved around the Sacramento Kings, so I know you'll like that. Also, please make a comment. How do you feel the Kings are doing right now under Coach Doug Christie? Comment below. Let me know how you feel. And share the content. Why not? Be like, hey, here's a new guy talking Kings analysis. Go check his show out. Or you can be like, check this dude out. He's trash. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. I don't care. Share the content. It still helps me kick the algorithm's ass. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thanks. And I got a motivational quote for you guys today. And this is a pretty interesting quote. It's about failures and success. And it goes like this. Success consists of going from failure to failure without the loss of enthusiasm. Success consists of going from failure to failure without the loss of enthusiasm. I like that. And that's very motivational, because on your path to success, on the path to make your goals, you're going to run into some failures. You're going to run into some losses. You're not going to win every time. You're going to get 99 no's before you get one yes. And that's what they tell you in sales. It's really like that. You're going to get 99 people to tell you no before you get just one person to tell you yes. So do not let those failures stop you. And don't let those failures make you lose your enthusiasm. You keep fighting through. You get past every failure and don't lose your enthusiasm. And with that, that is pretty much all that I have for you guys today. I appreciate you watching and sitting through my analysis, my stats, and my standings, and all this crap in this big gumbo I splashed together and call the King's Morning After. Midday Cup of Joe with Jay. And yeah, that was a great victory by the Kings, a great comeback by the Kings last night. Hopefully they can keep this up. Hopefully they can get another one at home versus Memphis. And check me out the day after. Go ahead and subscribe so you can catch that next episode. The day after the Kings play for my analysis. And with that, I'm out. But before I go, check out my basketball moves. It's good.